Have you ever gotten a raise and somehow felt more broke 6 months later? Like, nothing dramatic happened. You didn't buy a Ferrari. You didn't move into a mansion. But slowly, quietly, your money just stopped going as far. Your checking account hovers around the same number. Your savings doesn't really grow. And you can't quite explain where the extra money went. If that sounds familiar, look, this video might sting a little. Because today we're talking about the single most dangerous upgrade people make with their money. And the scary part, most people don't even realize it's happening. My name is Hailey, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, behavior, and why smart people still make terrible financial decisions. If you're someone who earns decent money but still feels stuck, if you've ever thought, I make more than I used to, why doesn't it feel like it? Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if this video helps you even a little, give it a thumbs up. It tells the algorithm you want more content like this, and honestly, it helps get this message in front of people who really need it. Alright, here's the thing. Most financial advice tells you to avoid big obvious mistakes. Bad debt, expensive cars, overspending. But what I want to talk about today is way more subtle. It's the upgrade you don't notice. The one that feels reasonable. The one that slowly, quietly destroys your net worth. I call it the invisible upgrade. The invisible upgrade isn't one purchase. It's not one bad decision. It's a pattern. It's when your lifestyle quietly improves in dozens of tiny ways that all feel justified until you zoom out and realize your entire raise disappeared. Let me give you an example. You get a raise from $60,000 to $75,000 a year. That's an extra $15,000. After taxes, let's be conservative, maybe $9,000 to $10,000 more in your pocket. Now, nobody sits down and says, perfect, I'm going to waste this. Instead, it goes like this. You upgrade from a $35 phone plan to an $80 one. You switch from making coffee to buying it most mornings. You move into a slightly nicer apartment. You add a couple streaming subscriptions. You start ordering delivery because you're busy. None of these feel reckless. They feel earned. And that's what makes them dangerous. Here's what most people don't realize. Your brain is terrible at noticing slow, gradual change. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation, which is a fancy way of saying humans quickly get used to better stuff. That new apartment feels amazing. For about 3 months, that upgraded car, exciting. Until it's just your car. And once your baseline shifts, you don't feel rich, you just feel normal again, but now with higher expenses. There's a famous study from the Journal of Consumer Research showing that people who upgrade their lifestyle after income increases experience no long-term increase in happiness, but do experience higher financial stress, which is wild. You make more money, feel the same emotionally, but now you're under more pressure. That's the invisible upgrade at work. Let's talk numbers because this is where it gets really interesting. Let's do some actual math. Say your raise gives you an extra $800 per month after tax. Now imagine the following invisible upgrades. $150 month on eating out instead of cooking. $120 month on subscriptions, apps, and services. $200 month apartment upgrade. $100 month more on transportation. $130 month on random quality of life stuff. That's $700 per month. Meaning, you just consumed 87.5% of your raise without ever feeling like you spent big money. Now here's the part no one tells you. That $700 isn't just $700. If instead you invested $700 a month at a 7% annual return, over 30 years, that's roughly $850,000. Let that sit for a second. Your slightly better lifestyle just cost you almost $1 million. And nobody warned you, because none of the purchases felt stupid. Why smart people fall for this? Now you might be thinking, okay Hailey, but I deserve to enjoy my money. And look, I agree, this isn't about living like a monk. This is about unconscious spending. Here's what actually happens psychologically. When your income goes up, your identity shifts. You start seeing yourself as someone who doesn't need to check prices, someone who values convenience, someone who's doing well. And once that identity locks in, spending more feels like alignment, not indulgence. Behavioral economists call this identity consistent spending. You're not buying things for the utility. You're buying things to reinforce who you believe you are now. That's powerful and dangerous. If I had to pick the most destructive invisible upgrade, it's housing, because it compounds every other mistake. Here's a stat that should honestly scare you. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, housing costs have increased faster than income for the majority of households over the last 20 years. Translation: people keep upgrading homes faster than they can actually afford. Here's how it usually happens. I'm spending $1,200 now. What's $1,600? It's only $400 more. But $400 a month is $4,800 a year. Over 10 years, that's $48,000 before opportunity cost. And once you move, you don't go back. You just locked in a permanent lifestyle inflation. Here's the trap. The invisible upgrade feels responsible. You tell yourself, I work hard. This is normal for my income. Everyone else lives like this. And that last one. That's the most dangerous thought of all. Because most people are broke. According to a 2023 Federal Reserve report, nearly 40% of adults couldn't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing or selling something. So when you say normal, what you really mean is financially fragile. That's not the benchmark you want. Why this gets worse over time. This is where it gets really interesting. The invisible upgrade doesn't just stop once. It repeats every time your income increases. Raise upgrade, bonus upgrade, new job upgrade. So even high earners fall into this. I've seen people making $150,000 to $200,000 a year living paycheck to paycheck, not because they're bad with money, but because every raise disappeared into a slightly nicer version of life. Same stress, same anxiety, just more expensive. The anti-invisible upgrade rule. So how do you beat this? Here's the rule I live by, and this is actionable. When your income increases, lock in your old lifestyle for at least 6 months. No upgrades, no just this once, no exceptions. Instead, automatically divert the difference to investments, debt payoff, high-yield savings. What this does is powerful. It forces your brain to adapt to saving, not spending. And after 6 months, if you still want to upgrade something, fine. But now you're choosing intentionally, not reacting emotionally. Here's another practical move. Create an upgrade budget. Every raise gets split like this. 50% goes to future you investing, saving. 30% goes to lifestyle upgrades. 20% goes to flexibility or fun. This does 2 things. You enjoy your money guilt-free. You guarantee progress, no matter what. The key is deciding before the money hits your account. Once it's in your checking account, psychology takes over. I had a friend, smart guy, who doubled his income in 5 years. From $50,000 to just over $100,000. Guess what changed? Nothing. Same savings, same stress. Same where did my money go conversations. When we actually broke it down, his lifestyle had quietly absorbed everything. Better apartment, better car, better everything, but no freedom. That's when it clicked for him. He didn't need more income. He needed friction between his raises and his lifestyle. The goal isn't to look successful. The goal is to buy your future options. Walk away from bad jobs. Handle emergencies calmly. Take risks that actually pay off. And the invisible upgrade steals those options slowly, politely, without making a scene. If you remember one thing from this video, make it this. Most people don't lose financially because of one big mistake. They lose because of 1,000 small, reasonable upgrades that compound against them. So next time your income goes up, ask yourself, is this upgrade making my life better? Or just more expensive, because one leads to freedom, and the other leads to a very nice cage. If this video helped you see your money differently, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want more honest, no fluff conversations about money and behavior. And seriously, watch your next upgrade. It might be invisible, but the damage isn't. I'll see you in the next one.